Adam Levine is a living masterpiece in the realm of rock musicians and reality TV. He is a living masterpiece of ink that chronicles the tales of rebellion, love, and Maroon 5's meteoric climb to success. The former lead singer and vocal coach shocked his followers with a surprising disclosure in a recent interview, which was completely unexpected. His decision to cease getting tattoos has been made. With a hint of shame, he said that they were really painful. What gives them their unpleasant reputation? I'm now much more forgiving. A fan feud ensued over whether the tattooed heartthrob was being serious or if he was only trolling after Levine delivered his signature mix of charisma and cadence in his speech. Adam Levine, who seemed to be living for Neil before, decided to abandon his ambitions to become an incest in the most surprising way, and this is a 1,000-word narrative of his story. On a hot evening in Los Angeles, Levine was lounging in a chic downtown studio. He had come to promote the new album by Maroon 5, which was due out at the moment. During the interview, the veteran music journalist was probing him about his unique body art. They stand for various points in his meteoric rise to rock stardom. Levine's ink is as distinctive to him as his falsetto. From a massive tiger tattoo on his shoulder to delicate pure love etched on his knuckles, this man's tattoos are all over the place. On the other hand, Levine leaned back, ran his fingers through his perpetually knotted hair, and laughed, a mix of exhaustion and insight, when asked if he planned to take on more work. "Wow, that's just not right. It's over," he declared. "Now I'm finished." Could those be syringes? To put it mildly, they hurt. Personally, I'm not as tough as I once was. My stance has softened. Everyone was expecting the comment. When a man who had promoted himself for decades as the perfect bad boy turned family man confessed that getting tattoos hurt so much. This plot surprise may have been scripted for a Hollywood film. Levine is well known to fans of The Voice for his appearances there in the past, when he would display his tattoos in an ill-fitting t-shirt and smile through each new session's pain. Nearly 30 tattoos adorn his body, and each one has a unique purpose. As he put it, it looked cool. Some are for his children, some for his wife Bahati Prinsu, and some are for his wife herself. After that, what's new? Cast your mind back a few months to when Levine decided to get what he thought would be his final item. A massive mural commemorating his band's 25-year history that stretched across his lower back. A microphone adorned with delicate blooms. Included in the design were a kaleidoscope of musical notes and the Maroon 5 logo written in bold. He made a reservation with his favorite artist, a tattoo legend in Los Angeles known for his work with famous rock bands. The shop was filled with the usual sounds and smells, needles poking into the air, antiseptic odors, and a music heavy on 90s grunge. Levine sat down in the chair, expecting nothing more than another day at the tattoo business, having been through the procedure previously. All sessions were the same, except for this one. The lower back is notoriously delicate, as any tattoo enthusiast worth their salt can tell you. When the normally composed Levine let out a shriek as the needle truly hit, everyone in the room was taken aback. The event came back to him later. As if someone were slicing me apart with a hot knife, the memory made him frown. In an attempt to lighten the mood, the musician joked about Levine's pain tolerance. Nevertheless, the singer gave no sign of smiling in response to the joke. Around the chair, he was squeezing his fists. He was muttering something along the lines of, "This is worse than childbirth, and I don't even know what it feels like," as beads of sweat formed on his forehead. We had been meeting for 3 hours at this point. The painting was only halfway completed when the session ended, and Levine was starting to question all of his life's decisions that had brought him to that place. As the interview progressed, Levine described the experience, delivering it with a blend of humor and empathy. "I used to think of myself as a tough person when I was younger. And what about discomfort? Call it what you will, dude." He was trying to channel his younger self's fearlessness. "In any case, I'm 46 years old. Beyond a departure from the rock star bluster that has characterized his public presence, there is evidence of change. The statement broke with his past in an honest and refreshing way. He described the agony that he endured for days, which prevented him from sleeping, sitting, or even embracing his children. "Babe, I think I'm tapped out," I murmured, turning to face Bihari. All she could muster was a laugh and the words, "finally." The internet, as expected, went totally bonkers. Memes depicting Levine sobbing over a paper cut and throwback photos of his tattoo sessions were shared by fans on. The initial posting of the images was on Adam Levine's claim that getting a tattoo is too painful is peak 2025 energy, according to a user's joke. Priorities change as people age, as some have pointed out, while others have shown more compassion. He has become a father, according to one of his admirers. Make room for the man to soften. Tattoo artists, meanwhile, contributed their own perspectives to the conversation. While others made light of the situation by joking about how they could numb him the next time, others protected his lower back by the last boss in tattoo agony. For the past 2 days running, the hashtag #LevineSoftened has been trending. Regardless, pain isn't the only aspect of this story. In making his decision, Levine reflects a more fundamental shift. He spoke on how being a father in the years had changed his outlook as part of their talk. "When I got my tattoo at the age of 25, it felt like wearing a badge of honor. Every time I look at my kids, I start to wonder," he once remarked. "If you already have one, why bother with another? They could care less if I use ink or not. What they really want from me is a quiet game of hide and seek." A model with her own collection of beautiful tattoos, his wife Behade has been a rock for him and kept him grounded. She casually remarks, "You're already a walking art gallery," before strolling away. "In your later years, hold on to a portion of your skin," giggled Levine. His voyage was symbolized by the partially finished artwork. Levine decided to leave it alone instead of forcing through another painful session. Just a friendly reminder that not everything has to be finished to be meaningful. He thought to himself. "Right now, it feels like my life," he remarked. The speaker claimed it was theirs, even if it was a bit messy and unpolished. The tattoo community had a wide variety of reactions. Some purists lauded his choice to embrace the incomplete, while others think he should complete the sculpture to put the situation to rest. For Adam to refer to when he is prepared to regain his resilience. A possible alternative design for the artwork was illustrated by an artist who shared a sketch online. "There is more to leaving softening than the physical pain. Instead, you should focus on releasing the need to be tough at all times." Since Maroon 5 is still touring and rumors are rife about his potential return to The Voice, he frankly discussed the pressure he feels to uphold his image as a rock star. "I used to believe that being the guy with the most tattoos, the loudest voice, and the biggest swagger was necessary for my success," he admitted. "However, it's all right with me if I keep quiet for the time being. It is the result of my hard labor." In the last chapters of the book, Levine still gets several tattoos. He hinted at a middle ground, getting temporary tattoos for his kids. He said with a smile that they particularly like putting the little dinosaur and unicorn ones on him. "They believe I'm the coolest dad ever, and there's no needles or agony involved." In fact, he made light of the situation by suggesting that the Maroon 5 start a temporary tattoo line inspired by the song Sugar, featuring motifs like sugar cubes and little microphones. There are already mock-ups floating around online and fans are clamoring for it. Finally, there's more to Adam Levine's decision to forego tattoos than just the pain they cause. The focus instead shifts to personal growth, setting priorities, and finding contentment in one's flaws. Once known for his ink-like armor, the man is now pleased with his newfound leniency. His own remarks indicate that "I have enough wounds to tell my tale. I won't need an additional needle to prove my point." That was the end of an era for the rocker who had once reveled in needle pain. What the rock star stated made fans question whether Adam Levine had actually softened. Is this just a little intermission before the wild chapter?